pull me up on my like grammar for the Latin or something.
Oh, absolutely. There's going to be some like that. By the way, we're live, so good day, everybody. This is the Ecclesiarch here, back to you with some more Horus Heresy Legions card creation tournaments. And first of all, sorry guys for the delay. Everything is fine. One day Shad had a prob, and another day I had a prob, so basically we had to delay this jam a little bit. But we are very happy to be back, so Shad, what's up?
Yeah, not bad, much. I'm feeling much better now. It's just, concurrent issues, so by our powers combined, we are incompetent.
We have received...
But we're here now. Yeah, we are risen.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me just fix something here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Aha, I have been blessed. И здорово тебе тоже, мой друг. Okay, so, Shad, I think the viewers are slowly gonna come in, so let's maybe start from your card here.
Sure. Well, you get to read it. Take it away.
Okay, so we got Legion of Vexilla. So this was if anybody doesn't know, this was a banner card creation tournament, basically. So you gotta do something that basically represents a banner or a heraldry from the Legion. Funny enough, I was waiting for somebody to do a warlord, I swear. Imagine like a banner being a warlord. That would have been funny. Hey, Transcend. Hey, Igor. Nice to see you guys. So let's see what Shad has got going here. So it's a Legion Vexilla. 1 energy. Target friendly Astartes cannot have duplicitous, precognition, stealth, or ward, but gains relentless draw 2 cards. Ooh. Now, here's the thing, Shad. Here's what I'm going to say. If this was a card from, as you like kind of said when we were talking, like from back in the day, it's pretty cool. Just the problem is, right now I guess it's kind of weak in the in the modern world, because like right now word bearers have a better version of this, so it's like,
oh yeah, it's completely unplayable in the modern Horus Heresy Legion. I do agree.
Hey Raziel, hey Guso, hey Azzie, hey guys, we're done playing golf, so now we're doing the Legions. Yeah, so otherwise, I love the idea. I think these kinds of cards are very interesting, and I think that they're really good. It's just that nowadays it's just not gonna work. That's the only problem.
If I remade it for today, I'd probably remove the sort of restrictions on how you can hide it. I mean, I know it's not exactly flavorful, but it would make the card a lot neater and sort of simpler, and it would, again, make it more powerful, because you could use it with, like, Raven Guard or Night Lords or Thousand Suns. You'd actually be able to protect the Vexilla a bit. But, yeah, it's just a nice throwback, isn't it? I mean, that used to be the victory screen art, didn't it, for anyone that's relatively new to the game?
Hey, ZMKG, nice to see you. And yeah, that used to be, and it was very cool, actually. By the way, like, if you remove the restrictions, then you can have a very strong Kaizo lane.
Well, no, it has to be an Astartes.
Oh, damn, yeah, you're right.
You can't give the Legion banner to an old man. That's not allowed.
Well, I mean, that's flavorful. Okay, so let's begin with the actual submissions, and, of course, Alpha Legion. So, Chad.
All right. Ghost Legion Herald, 5 energy, 5/3. Alpha Legion Astartes. Enemy tactics cost 1 more. Rally, lower by 1 the cost of abilities of all troops in your hand. Give them vantage. Whoa, that's interesting. I get the flavor. The flavor is cool. It's lowering it's coordinating. It's a sort of a vanguard that's giving them all, impetus. I would maybe say that shouldn't be a rally. That should be a passive effect, though, because the point of a banner is that you need to protect it and maintain it, and when it goes down, you sort of lose morale and all that. But I like the effect. It's very interesting. Alpha Legion don't really have many active abilities, but it works with neutrals, so you could do some interesting things with that. Let's see. I don't see any issues with the formatting. You should probably reword the rally ability a little bit. It should probably be reduce the cost of abilities of troops in your hand by 1 or something like that. But it's not a big deal. Only minor thing I would say is it doesn't really feel like a common card. It's a bit too complex for that, so rare or maybe epic. But yeah, I like it.
Okay, so before I say my part, so John Guy, Lunaria, nice to see you guys. So here's the thing. I like it. I like what it's going for. It's like a mini Nayora Sukasen, but also making your stuff more interesting. There are some pretty interesting things in Alpha Legion overall, maybe in the older one. But mostly, yeah, you would mix in some neutrals. Overall, I think it's a good idea because you can really make a different type of Alpha Legion with this one that is not really explored too much. So yeah, I think it's fine. I think that's okay. I like the stats as well, that it has lower HP than attack. I mean, for a banner, I'll be honest, I think it should be the other way around in general. HP higher than attack. I mean, I think it only makes sense. But I can see that in terms of balancing issues, that's why it has lower health. Okay, next one.
Oh, actually, I did detect a slight issue. This can raise enemy tactics above 10, so that is a slight problem. But because it's a temporary effect, that's not necessarily a problem, although it could be. Anyway, sorry, over to you. Teach.
Irregular's flag bearer. Oh yeah, I adore that art. I remember when it was sent, I was like, wow. So you got 5 energy, 3/4. And with Rally, draw a card for every different faction amongst your troops. 1 energy gain returns to your hand at the start of your turn. This is I smell Gwent again.
That's so cool.
And I gotta say, it's one of the coolest things. Let me tell you why. This is actually one of the things that I used to love about Gwent the most, because they had these faction effects, you know what I mean? So if you had like not only neutrals, but if you had like infantry or Astartes, or like maybe, well, there was no infantry or Astartes there, but to put it in HHL terms, like vehicles and stuff, like having mixed decks really brought some interesting stuff there. So yeah, I gotta say, I love the idea for this. It's really, really, really cool. And I can see how this could work with a lot of things, and how this could be like very interesting for example, let's say warlords, like the guy from Black Shields that summons what's his name again? The one that summons vehicles. I forgot his name.
Fuck! I even have a legacy deck with him, and I can't remember his name. What's his name?
Yeah, I never forgot his name, but now I don't remember.
Jeraddon.
Yeah, exactly. So for Jeraddon, for example, this is pretty interesting, right? Because he summons all those different factions of vehicles, so it's pretty cool.
Would be good. Yeah, I must admit, Teach, is this actually a Gwent card? Because it does smell of sort of like slightly lazy translation here, because that ability doesn't fit Horus Heresy Legions at all. The chat are actually pointing out as well, but yeah, it's incredibly slow. That could just be 1 energy returned to your hand. Like, it doesn't need to have this lengthy wind-up process, because you have to play it, then you have a turn where it does nothing and you spend energy, and then the next turn it comes back to your hand. It's never going to live.
Yeah,
so it is valid.
It's not like a direct translation though, Shad. I'm just saying that there's a lot of similar effects in Gwent, which is cool. So no direct translation.
I was just wondering if that was why the ability was so clunky. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, because there's almost no card draw in Gwent, so you cannot just draw cards. If you draw cards, you're forced to play something instantly. You cannot have like that kind of a card advantage. It's a pretty interesting mechanic. But anyway, yeah, pretty cool card. But yes, a little bit on the weaker side for sure, because those stats
I do like it though.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's just a little weak.
Maybe it should be rally draw card for each different faction you control, so it's not just troops, it counts warlords too, but that might make it too easy to draw a shit ton of cards. But then for 5 energy on a body of that mediocre stat line, you probably kind of need to be drawing a lot of cards for it to be worth it, don't you? But it is good, it's very cool, I do love it. Anyway. Oh
boy, right. we got some serious blasphemy here. So.
Totem of Anguish, he is risen. Chaos, legendary tactic. Give Bastion 5 to your Warlord. While this Bastion is active, give the enemy Warlord -2 attack. So the problem there, of course, is that the moment that you stick this on an Imperial Fists Warlord, it becomes incredibly broken. But I don't know. I like the flavor behind it of like demoralizing the enemy warlord, but it just seems too swingy and weird with mechanics when you could have just had something like give the enemy warlord -2 attack until your next turn and accomplished probably much the same. Also, it doesn't really feel very chaosy. I don't know why it's in chaos other than the art, which is good, by the way. I can't tell if that's AI or not. It doesn't look. I don't think it. Well, maybe the hands are a bit fucked, aren't they? Is it AI?
Yeah, it looks like AI. No, guys,
Yeah.
I don't think that's Jesus. So
Ah,
yeah, but I got like one problem with this. Like I like the idea. I understand what it's like. So you basically got a totem of somebody being tortured, like you know what I mean, on the bastion, and when the enemy looks like it, they get demoralized. But what I don't understand is, as what you said, why with bastion, right? Because technically speaking, bastion is an imperial fist thing, and if I'm not mixing up my lore a lot right now, I don't think Imperial Fist do anything like that. This sounds more like a Night Lord thing, where you know, display something and
hmm.
the enemy are. I don't think these kinds of tactics are suitable for Imperial Fists. And let's be honest, you don't play this with anything other than fists. So,
Is there any way to get Bastion on another warlord or
I mean,
faction?
you could like mess around with
Well,
Kaizu Lane and stuff, but
yeah,
not
but besides
naturally.
that, not naturally. No, I
No,
don't think so. Okay.
and I
Oh wait,
think
no,
that's
no,
an
that's not
issue.
true. No, there is one card in Orphans of War that can do it. The new
Oh yeah,
what
the
is it?
current one.
Sacrifice guy. Yeah, okay.
No, I
Yeah,
mean,
secret.
well,
All
you know
right,
what I mean, basically. Yeah, I think my
secret
problem
tech.
basically for this is this, and it's also too overpowered on Imperial Fist. Like, give this to Dorn, and you can auto surrender as any face basher, basically. So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good art though. Anyway, yours, I believe.
aha, the Jeraddon squad, the command squad. This is, by the way, hand painted.
I love it. Love the art.
Yeah, this was actually painted by the guy himself. I'm sorry, I forgot who it was. Was it Transcend? I don't remember. Somebody just did this and told me, "Can I submit my own art?" And hell yeah, I love it. It's really cool. So, let's see what's going on here. So we got a 4 energy 4/4, kind of Sons of Horus, honestly, because tend to have 4 energy 4/4s in their squad. So naturally in HHL. So Spirit Tip, give +1/+1 drop pod to the next Astartes you put into play. Now, I'll be honest, I kind of like it. I'll tell you why. I am in general a big fan of two things: support cards like apothecaries and stuff, and I also like cards that are not strong themselves, but they make the next turn stronger. See what I mean? So I honestly think it's quite simple and also quite good. I think it's pretty good. What do you think, Shad?
Yeah, pretty much the same. It seems reasonably fair. It's the conditional spear tip though. This is a thing. I'm comparing it to that Imperial Fist one that is +1/+1 and frontline, but it's a rally, so it has to be already in play. This is conditional, so you don't always even get it, and I don't know if it's as strong because less immediate effects. The drop pod probably not worth as much as the front line. Yeah, it's contextual, of course. I don't know. I wonder if this would be played. I don't know if it would be. This might have benefited from being like a 3 energy 3/4 more than a 4 energy
Hmm.
4/4, like just a little bit of a stat bump or a cost reduction. But yeah, it's fine. It makes sense. You know, he's planting the flag, and then the next one comes down a bit heavier and harder and ready on position to defend the flag. Makes sense. Yeah.
All right. So, hey everybody, who I have not said
Alright.
hi to yet. Nice to see you all. Let's continue.
All right,
House
House Heraldry.
Heraldry. Go on,
Wow,
Shad.
Night Houses. I haven't had that in a while. 3 energy, rare tactic. Create 2 Night Houses infantry in your hand. They cost 1 less for each empty weapon slot. Woof! Okay, so that is a permanent decrease. So as long as you have no weapons equipped, when you play this, you're paying 3 energy for a 4 energy discount. But Night Houses infantry are kind of shit, so that's probably fine. Uh, with some exceptions. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I quite understand the flavor behind it. Why it's so important that the weapons not be there. I quite like the card. I just don't know how it relates to the flavor of the tournament, especially.
Maybe it's supposed to show you that, like, you know, there's a knight displaying heraldry. It's like more of a parade to, you know, attract, or like, well, not attract, sorry, but to bump up the morale of your infantry. A knight that's not
Maybe.
necessarily engaged, but is more there to display the colors,
Yeah.
maybe.
I don't know. It just seems kind of like ambiguous. But like the card itself is cool. Another problem with it though is it doesn't really incentivize specific gameplay styles, because realistically it's actually not that hard to have empty weapon slots because your opponent's always trying to destroy them. So you don't need to build your deck specially to include this and be like, oh no, this is a weaponless, infantry focused knight deck. Like that's not a thing. This, you can just wait until your opponent puts a lot of effort into breaking your weapons. You go, haha, house heraldry. So I don't hate it. I would like to see this in the game. It's quite a cool card, but yeah, I don't see the flavor that heavily, and yeah.
Not too heavy on the flavor, I agree. Though I would say yes, it's pretty good for that cost reduction and hand fill, pretty nice. Okay, Sinister Emissary of the Word Bearers, 6 energy, 3/5. So we just received actually a banner carrier for Word Bearers. So let's see if this one's better. Offering 8, destroy a random enemy troop, and offering 12, create a copy of it in your hand. Ooh. Oh, this is old Stillock Aethon when it was completely random. I think then they changed it to highest attack. If I'm not messing something up. Realistically, buy 6 energy with Word Bearers.
You're not going to have 8 offering on average.
On average, you won't, but you're not really playing this on 6 as well, I think.
No.
You're playing it later. 12, I think that 12 is just there for win more, because honestly speaking, like, once a Word Bearer reaches 12, they have such cool stuff there that they don't really need that, but... You know what the problem with this card is? The problem is exactly what Raziel said. If you don't have offering, this is just a vanilla 6 energy 3/5, which is horrible. Which I do understand, makes sense considering if you want to balance the crazy ability that it has, but plus you can have 2 of these things, holy hell.
It's very, very feast or famine there, isn't it? It's either going to be amazing or terrible.
That's what I don't like about it. I think it's a little bit too much. Like, it's maybe like what you could do is you could increase the cost on this thing. Make it like something like 7 cost. Keep the stats as shit as they are, maybe even lower. But have it to rally destroy a random enemy troop. But if it has like X amount of offering, maybe 8, then it creates a copy.
But then again, do we really need more like just generic destroy rally effects in the game? Because like
no, we don't.
They're very homogenizing. Yeah, it's not really a mechanic that we need more of.
Yeah, man. For example, as far as I love the Thousand Suns, I still don't like Hadet Takam because it's just Stillock on steroids. So it's boring. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. So issues. Sinister is spelt wrong. Should be Sini, no E. Standard is spelt wrong. Needs a D. No offering symbol, but again, it's hard to program symbols into the game that aren't there already. So give you a pass on that one. My main issue is I just don't see the flavor of the standard again. Like, where is the standard bearer part coming from? Does he like stab someone to death with his standard bearer? Well, I get that the guy is on the stick, but like he didn't take the stick and use it to destroy that person, and that's why he's on the stick. They captured someone and put them on the stick as like a symbol of demoralization or boasting. Maybe this guy is not the guy doing it. Yeah.
Maybe what it could do is instead of this, it could be a debuff card, something that's meant to rile up and make the enemy demoralized.
Perhaps, yeah.
Because when somebody just walks up with an ultramarine on the stick, you're kind of like, okay, we're fucked. So that would be a little more sensible, I'd say.
Yeah, no, I don't see the flavor of. I don't understand how these effects translate to standard bearer. Anyway,
yours?
Me next, I think. Yeah, cool. Forgotten Herald, 5 energy, 3/5 Ultramarines Astartes. Strategy: give frontline to adjacent troops, or give adjacent troops survivor 2. It's not a bad effect, but well, no, that's the problem. It is. This is underpowered, and the effects don't line up very well. Frontline to adjacent troops is almost never going to be the correct choice. Survivor 2 is just so much better. So you would need to change those effects a little bit around. And this is the thing, even in the best case scenario of give adjacent troops Survivor 2 and you land it on 2 adjacent troops, this is still quite a mediocre card cost-wise. So I just don't think it would see play, honestly.
Maybe what it could do...
Not powerful enough.
Maybe what it could do, Shad, is that it could have frontline itself. And the strategy, you could keep this. That strategy could be to either give adjacent units Survivor 2 or give itself Survivor 2.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that could work.
So you either like buff your Warlord and whatever's to the left, or just your Warlord, or you just maybe give yourself more survivability. Because let's be real, like who would ever play frontline over survivor? Okay, maybe when it's like the most crucial moment to survive, but that doesn't really happen a lot. So
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's literally just you only pick this if you're literally about to die. Otherwise, every other time, it's not actually a choice.
mhm. Okay, Chthonian tenacity. 2 energy. Give +1/+1 to a friendly troop. If it has triggered spear tip this game, it will give it +1/3/3 instead. Ooh. So basically, it makes a lot of sense to me, to be honest, because you buff a troop by giving it a standard, so he's feeling like a big boss now. But if he's in the spear tip, he's even more riled up because he has just given his oath of the moment and has descended to take heads. I like the flavor, but would it be played, chat? What do you think? I'll leave that one for you for now.
Not at 2 energy. At 1 energy, I could see it, but no, this is too just conditional and not a big enough of a buff at this cost.
2 energy 3/3, you say?
Also, it's a little overly complex. You don't need to put like if it has triggered spear tip. You could just say if it has spear tip, because like most of the time you want to be triggering spear tip anyway. You don't need to further punish a card that has already failed to give you most of its value. So yeah, that would be how I change it mildly. But it's a minor change, down to 1 energy. Just simplify the spear tip trigger a bit. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the idea. I just don't like. I think it needs tweaking. Number wise,
I don't know, man. Like honestly speaking, like if you do that, then you have a very strong. Yeah. There you go. Shockwave said it. You'll have a 7/7 Cachulan Reaver on energy 6. But I like it. I gotta say, I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I actually like it at 2 energy. I don't know, Shad. I think at 1 energy it has chances of becoming extremely toxic.
I just don't see it doing anything else other than the Cachulan Reaver thing. And you can already do the Cachulan Reaver thing because you just play, was it the Mark of Chaos +1 attack one? That'll do the same thing, but cheaper. I mean, yeah, you don't get the health, but like, who cares? It's already dealt like 6-7 damage to the enemy's face.
And that's fair enough.
So, yeah, it's not playable at 2 energy, I don't think. It would just not be played.
I would still try it.
Yeah, it's a cool card. I like the idea.
I would still try it 100%. I like it. Okay, Shad, you're next.
Ancient Marvas, 6 energy, 5/6 Dark Angels Astartes, Herald of the First.
I'll also tell you what is overwhelming.
Oh, right, there's a new mechanic here. Rally, deal 3 damage. If the target dies, put in play 2 Legionary Boreal. That's the 1/1 flank sneak attacker. And overwhelming 8, give +1/+1 to other troops. So go on, then enlighten me.
Overwhelming is this. If this troop has X higher amount of attack when it's played, it does something. So it has to have 8 attack to actually trigger it. This is what it means.
So it's hand buff related.
Okay. Yeah, well, it makes a lot of sense because Dark Angels, obviously, they live around hand buff. So basically what this does is it summons double Boreal, and those Boreals are going to get +1/+1 if it's buffed already, so which means that you're dealing 3 damage and then you're summoning 2 2/2s. Boreal has sneak attack, right?
Yes.
That is a very scary thing. Let me just bring one example. And maybe we can. It's weird that I'm going to say that, but chat, I'm going to use a Warforge card for this comparison. So we had a 4 energy card there. What it did is you deal 3 damage, and if the target died, it dropped a unit that had a flank, and that unit could then use an active ability to stun something, basically. The flank was nerfed very soon, to tell you directly. This guy seems way too good for what he does, I think, because 3 damage is pretty nice. And summoning 2 more who also have sneak attack might be a little bit too much, because that's technically at least 7 damage. So I think it's a little bit too much, though I have to say I do like the idea of it. I like the overwhelming. I mean, it's simple and it fits the Dark Angels.
I don't.
You don't?
No, I think it's a bad mechanic.
I mean, it's too simple maybe, but I kind of like it.
No, it's win more is the problem. If you're buffing your hand already, then you're already, you're putting aside energy for later. Their mechanics already built around that. So, I don't know. It just feels like it's doubling down on something. Not necessary.
Yeah, that is true. Though I do like simple shit like that in general. So I guess I'm kind of biased in that sense. Yeah. But I think it's too strong.
Oh yeah, at its cost, too strong. what would you put it at? 7 energy in its current form, maybe?
Yeah, probably 7.
7 energy down to a 4/4, probably. That would do.
Yeah, because it doesn't need such a huge body to when it's already so good. And Azzie said a good thing, like with Red Loss, it's crazy. But it's pretty good. I do like the idea, it just needs a little balancing. That's it. Banner of the Order. Oh, this is yours or mine?
Oh, sorry, mine. Yeah. Mouthful of chocolate. No. You take this one. I'll skip the next one.
Okay, so Banner of the Order, 6 energy Defenders of Caliban card. There's always a Defenders of Caliban following a Dark Angels card. I'm noticing in these tournaments, it's almost like there are 2 people who are always submitting their cards together, and they have some sort of rivalry. I wonder who they could be. Anyway, so I think everybody knows who that is, but so what do guys help me? What do Wardens of Aldoruk do? I don't remember what that card does.
It's a 3 energy 2/4 with 1 energy. Give +1/+1 to your troops, I think, isn't it?
Oh, you the guy on the art, actually. Yeah. The one with the sword on his shoulder. Yeah. What does that ability cost? 1 energy?
I think it's 1. Hang on, I got the card up here. Yeah, 1. Give +1/+1 to your other Astartes and troops.
Then it's weak.
Yeah. No, I agree.
If
that could be a 5 energy card.
Yeah, at 5 energy is going to be better for sure, because here's the problem. If they had 0 energy, so the idea of giving them Vantage would make a lot of sense. That's not a sword on his shoulders. That's at the corner of the... okay. So I, for some reason, remembered there was a dude with a sword on his shoulder. I don't... Anyway, so...
Yeah, no, the actual art on the right, that is the guy. You're thinking correctly.
Okay, fair enough. So what I'm saying is, when you have Vantage, I think the whole idea should be that when you drop it, it should instantly be able to do something, right? But since the Vantage costs energy, now it's not too good, because you realistically now need 8 energy to get the full value, and then it becomes 8 energy, 4, 6.
Oh,
twice.
I can fix this with 1 line of text.
Go on.
Your troop abilities cost 0 this turn.
Yeah, that could be pretty good, because again,
synergy then, and like the banners are calling to other people saying like, no, forward, use your abilities, destroy the enemy. It'd be so flavorful, and it would buff the card appropriately.
Yeah, because at this current stage, it's just not worth it. Because compare this to the Heart of Caliban, right? Is what I mean. So, or even I'll tell you, compare this to the what do you call the some recruit? What was it called? Neophyte recruits or something? The 4 energy that summons 2 3s.
Oh god, I don't play these guys enough.
Order recruits, I think that's what it calls, or order neophytes, or whatever it's called. It doesn't really matter. Or aspirants of the order, I think even. Anyway, whatever it's called, that is a 4 energy card and gives you 2 3s. So technically speaking, it's a 4 energy 4/6 if you think about it. This is a 6 energy 4/8. 6 energy 4/8 is terrible in terms of stats. So anyway, yeah, I think it needs buffs, is what I'm saying. But if you play a special combo deck, it could work. So yeah, I think a little bit of buffs are in the order as you suggested.
Yeah. Right, my turn now. Trucidor Talvanic. That's an awesome name. This guy's real, isn't he? This is from the lore, I'm pretty certain. 8 energy, 5/6, legendary, Night Lords Astartes. The Endless Burden. Enemies loose -2/0 until the end of their turn when a friendly unit triggers murder. Backlash, put in play a copy of all enemies died with murder on your side and set their health to 1. Okay, that's a cool backlash ability. I don't know about the passive. That seems kind of win more, but at the toxic. But at the same time, he is very expensive for his cost, for his stats. So maybe I can see it.
So so he terrifies them. I think I get. I think I get the flavor.
I get the flavor. Yeah.
Terrifies everybody.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about with the previous thing about how, like, they stick a guy on their banner to scare people. This is exactly that kind of banner effect. And then the backlash is also a banner effect. The banner goes down, all the Night Lords get pissed off and turn up, and you're just like, surprise, fucker. I don't know. So it's not bad, and I get the flavor. It's just I don't really see what it mechanically how interesting it really is. Like, it's just a card that debuffs and gives you some value.
It's cool as hell. My problem is just I think it could have been executed a little bit better. Like, if we are placing troops murdered on our side, aka they're being impaled on banners, basically. What I think should be happening is that maybe instead...
Oh, right. It resurrects the ones that you murdered, not your troops with murder.
Yeah,
okay,
so...
that makes more sense. Okay, that's interesting.
What I think should be done, is that you leave those banners and they can't attack. Those troops should not be able to attack. And you know what else? Why resurrect? Let's put it like this. It could even get rid of the first passive to give -2. You could just have a backlash. So when this guy dies, you resurrect all enemies that died from murder. They are just resurrected as banners. Like, maybe you could say, like, as horrifying visage or something. It could just be a guy on a stick. And the passive for each one of those banners could be that they reduce enemy attack, which means that now the enemy has to clear the board or something like that.
You're getting a bit complex here. How do you fit all that onto a card? I mean, look at it. It's already pretty packed, isn't it?
Maybe like put in play a Sinister banner for each enemy killed with murder. I don't know. Something like that, I guess.
It's messy, but like there's some interesting ideas here.
Absolutely.
And the art is spectacular wherever you found that. I've never seen that before.
Ooh, I think we got another hand-drawn one. Today there's a lot.
Hey!
Symbol of the Angels. Alright, so 3 energy. Troops with duplicitous lose it and gain sneak attack until the end of your turn. Ooh. I could see Zahariel using this, but is it worth it?
Well, yes, because if you're going to attack, you're going to lose duplicitous anyway, so you might as well cash it in. Yeah, no, what's his name? Zahariel is the correct choice, isn't it? Because he summons the one, so you'll always have at least one troop that can use it. I quite like how it's it does Civil War really well as well, because it doesn't specify your troops; it just says any troops. So you can completely blow out an enemy Defenders of Caliban player, which is pretty funny.
I think it could be a 1 copy include in a Zahariel deck. I wouldn't carry 2 because it would be a little bit of an overkill, but I think it's simple and a good addition. And it's an earlier thing before the tactical brilliance or master strategist or whatever it's called, the one that gives +2/+2 to everything. So maybe if you have to react to something before that card, because what does the Zahariel do, right? He spams the board and then he suddenly buffs it. But often what happens is you got to put Zahariel in a situation where he can't do anything and he has to trade. And this could help him out. So, yeah, why not? I think it's simple and good.
It doesn't spark too much joy, to be honest, but it's all right.
It's simple. It's a common. So, that should be considered as well. All right.
Banner of the Khan. 5 energy legendary White Scars tactic. Battle of Callium Gate. I'm not familiar with that one. I assume that's during the siege, though. Your warlord gains front line until your next turn. Streak. Give your warlord invulnerable until your next turn as well. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? This is a potentially toxic effect, but it's so highly costed. I think it actually feels appropriate. You kind of need to work your way towards this.
Yeah, invulnerable plus frontline can be a very problematic thing. Warpforge has, I think, taught us that, because there's a lot of times that it happens there with certain combos. But I think, as you said, this one's a little bit better because it actually has high cost. Because
half your turn, it's gone, isn't it?
You never want to have something like this low cost. For example, if Sons of Horus, the Chosen of the Four, did not only affect your warlord, it would be so disgusting. because you would just drop a front line and just put it.
It's already disgusting.
Yeah, so it's.
You know what I think? I actually have one critique. I think that the effects should be flipped. Because right now, you basically can't use this unless you have the streak active, because you're losing so much of the value of the card. The vast majority of the value of this card is in the invulnerable, not the front line. So right now, getting the streak or not is too punishing that it's not actually a real decision. Flip them round, your warlord gains invulnerable until your next turn. Streak, they gain front line as well. That makes it a lot more situational. You know, it's if you don't have a board, you don't need to worry about the streak. You can play this first and then streak something else, or vice versa. So that would be my one change I would recommend. But otherwise, I quite like that. Yeah.
Fair enough. Same for me. Banner of Ruin. So word bearers. Ooh, and that is a big effect here. So 6 energy. Choose one effect. For each enemy troop, put in play a random cultist that costs 5 or less. Ooh, or put in play 2 random lesser demons. Or give your warlord Relentless, create a random wordbearer's troop in your hand. It costs 2 less. So you either turn your warlord into Mount Pharos.
Mount Pharos.
Yeah, because
it doesn't cost reduce. Oh no, it does. It does say cost 2 less. No, it's just badly worded. Okay, yeah, that was the intent.
The random. Okay, so this is kind of what I think about this card. It's situationally. No, I actually have a problem with this. I'll tell you why. I get the idea. I like that it gives you like many different options to play. But here's the issue that I have with it. 2 of the effects here are bad. And I'll tell you why. Why would you ever do that cultist effect when you already have a better version? So you got that cultist woman that does the same for 3 energy with like weaker cultists, but still. You also have the new Ornatov's Barge, Dravian Clyde, I think that's what the name is, which is more consistent. Then you have summon 2 lesser demons. I don't think you would ever do that because you have summoned 3 lesser demons for 3 energy, basically, on Wordbearers. So there's like no reason to do this ever. And I mean, it's a stronger Mount Pharos for sure. So it's like more of a cult control tool. I think what this is meant to be, and I get the idea, is that it should be a very strong control tool that gives Wordbearers a lot to like work around.
There are some elements I like about it, though. I mean, each one of those effects does, in theory, come into play during a different scenario. That's what a choose effect should do. It's like one of them, you need value. One of them's a catch-up tool. One of them is a tempo tool. Like each 3 of those, it does a different thing. That is good design, in theory. The problem is the effects do not align very well with each other in terms of power. Also, I have a major problem with the cultist one because the costs 5 or less. That is a huge amount of variance. That's like Ornatov's Barge level of variance.
Yeah, exactly.
There are 0 cost cultists. There are 5 cost cultists. There's you could get anywhere from like 2 to 30 energy worth of troops from out of this.
And don't forget, as Transcend said, you could previously have used the Dark Servants.
Oh yeah,
or
cultist
whatever.
buff. Yeah, that's true.
That would be absolutely disgusting.
Also, the Mount Pharos effect, as someone says, it's a little more powerful because it can't be removed. True, but you also don't get a body with it, but then the body can't do anything, so fair enough. Also, however, this creates Wordbearers troops, not random troops, which means that they are guaranteed to synergize with your faction mechanics. So I would say that effect is actually marginally more powerful than Mount Pharos. So yeah, there's a good idea in here, but like the effects are wildly out of whack with each other, and it's too expensive, and the art is cropped badly.
Lunaria does say that it's also not legendary. I think this should be a legendary. This like feels
legendary. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, but yeah, no, it's nice art. It just needs a
look at this little guy. Look at this little guy.
Why was it done? Oh, his next one is it? Sorry. All right. Oh, Icon of Pox, 3 energy, 1/3, rare, Death Guard Astartes. Gains +2/+2 when a friendly unit is healed and front line. Oh, that is cool. That is a cool synergy piece. I wonder if it might be too strong is the problem, but it's cool.
Sorry. Ooh. This is
like that.
This is a Vios card.
Yeah. Well, I mean, anyone can take advantage of it with leech life, can't they, and things like that. But yeah, it's a very interesting archetype for Death Guard that doesn't have a whole lot of support, so it could do with more cards. I don't know if I necessarily see why it's a banner bearer again, though, is the thing. Like, it's a cool card. I'd love to see it, but I don't know if the name makes a whole lot of sense and the flavor.
It is indeed
yeah, I would
disgustingly resilient.
Oh god, yeah, old Typhus. This could be disgusting, couldn't it?
I think Vios is a little bit better. Oh wait, Typhus can do his ability over and over again, right?
Oh no, old Typhus just heals 2 to every friendly unit, so you could get like a plus 10 buff on the turn you play it if you.
Oh goddamn, that's crazy.
Yeah. I think this should be a smaller buff with a larger front-ended stat line. It should be like a 2/4 and gains +1/+1. Because right now that could potentially spiral a little too fast. But it's very cool. I like the idea behind this effect, and I can see that that's a model that's had a filter put over it, but it's not been quite cranked up enough. So stick a little bit more filter on it next time because it doesn't quite look like art yet. But yeah, cool art, cool model. Yeah, very cool.
Okay, Vexillary kaelon. Ooh, so Emperor's Children, 7 energy 3/3. That does look like a banner carrier card. So stats. So when you draw an Astartes that has reduced cost and it costs 4 or less, put it in play. Perfection, draw 2 troops. Backlash if you control no other troops. Deal 5 damage to your warlord. Ooh.
Whoa, what the?
I mean, I like the backlash. I like the backlash because it makes a lot of sense. So you lost the banner, and it's kind of how the Romans would lose.
I agree. It's just there's a lot of weird stuff going on here. It's a very bizarre card.
Yeah, again, too complex moment, I guess, is here. But I love the idea of a strong banner buff, but then you get punished for losing it. And Emperor's Children are the ones who would feel the worst about this, but
I think I would probably change it to be whenever you draw a troop, not just Astartes, and also I wouldn't say it has to have a reduced cost, because naturally, if your troops are reduced in cost already, that will inherently work with the Vexillary's ability. You don't need to specify, because if you have 5 costs and you've reduced them with Perfect Finale, whatever it's called, that's already massively improving the power of this card. You don't need to specify or anything like that. So yeah, I quite like it actually. It's a little messy, shall we say, but it definitely feels like a banner bearer. He's rallying the troops. They're coming straight out of your hand, ready to fight because the banner bearer is leading the charge. It's perfect.
I would say this is a card with perfect flavor, as befits the Emperor Children, but a little bit too messy. I love the flavor, though, I gotta say. Okay, hey, Sienna, bringing the ducks as always, I see. Hector Estrada, I don't get the question. You mean, the strongest card in actual HHL, in Warforge, in this contest? Which one do you mean?
Yeah, it's very contextual.
Okay, I believe we move on. Shad? Yeah. Oh, okay. This is definitely for you, Shad.
Azzie's banner bearer. Hello, Azzie. 5 energy, 3/3, legendary Alpha Legion Astartes. Rally, add 2 troops to your opponent's deck and reduce their maximum energy by 1. Oh, so the enemy. Create a banner of subterfuge in your hand. And the banner of subterfuge is 7 energy. Give your warlord +2 attack this turn for each trap in the opponent's deck. Very tastefully costed there. I noticed that is 1 energy too expensive to combo with Orders from Terror. Well done.
Actually, yeah.
This feels too overstuffed. This should be a 6 energy card, but I don't hate it. Also, the art. Come on, can't just use models.
It's kind of cute, but yeah. I'm actually going to say, in terms of idea, I do like it for one reason. Okay. Do you remember the other day when we were playing against the Alpha Legion in Legacy Threat, where they had the trap-based decks? The problem with trap-based decks was always that they're not consistent, right? They're always you either do, I swear to God, I'm gonna just say it. I don't care. I think there's something up with the Aegis code in terms of that, because when it comes to traps, when it comes to seals, and when it comes to secrets for Dark Angels in Warpforge, it is almost always the same thing. Either you get like unreal and start drawing them at like energy 4 or 5, or it never comes. Like, where is like the balance in it? I don't understand. Like, why does it always happen like that? I swear to God, the code, there is some code that dictates that, and it's stupid code. Anyway, yeah, I'm done ranting. So
Yeah, no. The more I think about it, I think I agree with you though. It's a good payoff. Like that's the thing. If you've gotten lucky and they've drawn traps already, and therefore you're already winning, then yes, the payoff is less on this card, but that's okay because you've already had some good luck. So the good luck is being balanced by your card being weaker in your hand, and vice versa. It actually works surprisingly well. I've just noticed his crest is not glued on properly though, and that's really pissing me off now.
okay.
Like amazingly so. OCD triggered. Fuck. But also he's put a quotation mark on the end of Banner of Subterfuge, but only an apostrophe on the front. If that was intentional, well done. That's a subtle troll. Yeah. That's annoying.
I think at this point everybody's trolling you, chat, so it makes sense.
But yeah, no, it's there's some good ideas in here, you know.
Maybe like a cost increase might be in order, but as an idea, I think this is something that Alpha Legion could love because, as you said, it fits surprisingly well with the game plan. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
All right. Ooh, nice art. Hey, there's a warlord. You said there wasn't going to be a warlord.
Oh wait, there is a warlord, right? Oh, that's actually a warlord. Yeah. Oh, honored mabius. Ooh, I get the Thousand Suns, of course. So, the word, and it's a word that's so interesting. So, Psyker 1, Requiem, gain 1 Psyker, and Psyker 2, give +1/+1 to the next troop that you play. Okay, I instantly have a problem with this. I'll tell you what, as a Thousand Suns player, I can definitely put it out there. I like the idea of having a like very board spammy based Thousand Suns, maybe with more infantry and stuff. But that's the issue. I get it. So you play troops. If they die, then you gain Psyker, so you can buff the next troops that you put in play. But here is the problem with this. You're gonna run out of resources very quickly because Thousand Suns tend to run out very quickly from out of their cards, unless they're playing the Rhino, when Rhino kind of used to stick. So ever since they were released, I think that Thousand Suns have had a card draw problem. So I don't think it really synergizes too well with it. And the problem, obviously, that I have with Honored Mabius here is that the issue I have with it is that it doesn't really incentivize any specific play style, because you're not going to be playing Infantry Thousand Suns just because of this. Plus, it also has 30 health, right? And it's a worse Hato or Mat. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's going to be overshadowed.
Like Hypnomarine said, why is it 30 health? Like, yeah, you need a reason for a epic warlord to not be 35 health. Like, I don't see the reason behind this one. He's not especially powerful. He's not got some lore behind him about him being fragile or weak or something. So, yeah, no.
Oh, it also
it's
comes
an interesting
with a
design
card.
space, though.
It
does?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a purple. Just so when you have a purple card like this, you need to write it into the text of the main warlord. Okay, so maybe this changes things. No, that's terrible. Holy shit! No, that's 4 energy, gain 3 psychic energy, basically.
Let me tell you how I would fix it. Let me tell you how I would fix it, but it's gonna be toxic. But I mean, it's inherently toxic. I would say give this guy a Requiem, draw a card, and with his energy, like he could have give +1/+1 to adjacent infantry. But then you would have like a very Lucretia type of warlord, another one. And I mean,
at least that's a different mechanic. Yeah, that could be cool.
Yeah, that could be more. That could be a bigger incentive for them to play, and it would be like flavorful as well, because they're attacking Prospero and.
One of the main problems I have with it, though, is the use of Requiem. I mean, it's not that it's a Blood Angels mechanical, although that's not good either, honestly. It does feel kind of out of place. It's just the fact that you can't actually do a proper board spam with it, because Requiem, you can tactically target troops to make sure the Requiem goes off as little as possible. So a board spam wide deck is actually not going to synergize with him, which is the intent, I assume. So it doesn't even unlock a new playstyle, because board spam will go wide wouldn't be a thing with this guy. So yeah,
it's not.
There's a nucleus of a good idea in here, but this isn't it.
There was only one way you could technically board spam the Thousand Suns. I remember it was the Mucked Squad, and with Mucked Squad, what you basically would do is that you would get it with Foe's Scar and you would spam a little bit, but still, like, it's not a Thousand Suns playstyle. Okay, we got another one. Same guy. Shad?
Okay, Standard Bearer Amsu again. Your focus effects cost 1 less. There you go. Nice and simple. That works. It's weak, but like the effect makes sense. I would just say give him like Psycho 2 or something, and it's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Maybe your focus effects cost 2 less. Right now, it's a little low impact, isn't it?
And that's the issue with it. It's a great
cool
idea,
card.
but a little bit weak. Yeah, just make sure he has Psycho as well. I mean, it's a Thousand Suns card, so like most of them are Psychers, so
yeah,
vast majority. Anyway, that's the last one. We also have a late arrival, so we're just gonna check it out.
As always.
Okay, Night Lords, of course, late to the party. So Grim Parade, nice art again, but kind of okay, not bad. Destroy an enemy troop if your opponent can play troops that cost less than the target during their next turn. Oh, okay. So basically you kill somebody strong, you parade them, and everybody gets scared and they run away. Okay, nope. I think, again, I did not receive your card, and why does that happen? I'm not sure, because apparently your cards are always sent to spam. Can you... okay, yeah, it's in the spam again. Oh my god. Why does this guy always get sent to my spam? I don't know. Okay, let me open that as well. But first, what do you think about this?
No, what country are you from? I want to know whether that's where the spam's coming from.
It might be.
Yeah, he's got a good point, Raziel. Where is the banner? I kind of get that as well. I don't really see the flavor behind the banner, but mechanically, I don't know. That feels like that could be very strong or very weak depending on your opponent's hand, and you can't predict or see their hand, so it's kind of swingy. I don't love it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
Yeah, I understand that. Let me also just throw this in the.
All right, yeah. Let's see the nope.
Just 1 second. I just gotta send this into the contest folder so that the guy can check.
Thank you.
Hey, remembrancer.
Oh. Yeah, I have a Russian that gets very upset when there are missing cards.
You never want to have an upset Russian. So we got a Vexilus praetor here. And...
Oh yeah, there he is.
Oh wow! What?
Right, Lego Custodes.
Why is there two though? Why is there like 2 of them?
You probably copied over twice or something.
Anyway, so Vexilus praetor, Master of Signals, yours.
Oh, yep. 2 energy, 2/3, shield, sentinel, exemplar, draw a troop, and give it flank. Ooh. Okay. I love the exemplar. I love the shield. The flank. I like the flavor behind it. I wonder if that would be potentially toxic as the thing, because obviously giving flank to a troop you draw. Well, giving flank to a 1 or 2 cost troop is a lot less impactful than an 8 or 10 cost troop. But it has to stick on the field for it to go off. It's an exemplar ability. Blah, 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 blah. I think I quite like it. Yeah, I think that's quite a good submission, honestly. What do you think?
Simple and good. What can I say? Custodes lately have been like that, and I enjoy it. I'm actually gonna throw this into the main thing as well. Just give me a second. Where is it? There we go. Okay. So, shall we?
Oh yeah, what? Pick our choices. Let's see. Yeah, what stands out to you, or shall I go first this time?
Okay. I'm gonna go and say I like the Jeraddon squad. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. Simple but pretty cool. I really like Irregulars, but it's too weak.
Yeah, I like Irregulars.
I like Chthonian tenacity, even though I know you don't. What else? I actually love Azzie's one because it does something that is very hard on these tournaments, which is incentivize a certain type of play, and also the luck factor that you mentioned. I actually like the Khan's banner as well. I think this is like one of the not toxic invulnerabilities in the game. So, what else? I think Ghost Legion is fine as well. Ghost Legion Herald. Little weird, but it's definitely fine. Pox banner carrier is like kind of toxic, but it's cool. Vexilus Praetor is really nice from Nope. I like Standard Bearer Amsu, but right now it needs a lot of buffs.
A bit of love, yeah.
Yeah, it needs it. Otherwise, yeah, what's your choices?
You basically covered most of mine already, I think. I do really like Irregular flag bearer. Quite like Ghost Legion Herald. I don't hate Cthonian tenacity. I just think it's a little weak. Banner of the Khan, I quite like. I actually like Banner of Ruin, but there's too much wrong with it, so I don't think it can get a spot. It's just, but the idea behind it is good. It just needs a lot of love. Icon of Pox, I love mechanically, but I don't think it fits the flavor of the tournament very well. Azzie's Banner Bearer, yep, that is good. I have issues giving prizes out to cards with stupid names, though. So, like, Azzie, if you're going to submit an actual good card, please give it a proper flavorful lore name next time, because that is actually a pretty good card for once. And, like, you know, don't put effort into your memes. Or if you're going to put effort in, don't make it a meme. All right. I also like Standard Bearer Amsu, pretty interesting, and I do love Vexilus Praetor. In fact, I think Vexilus Praetor is probably first place, personally.
Yeah, plus it was not a late submission, it was just in the spam, so I just couldn't find it, so it's not disqualified. I also think this is pretty good. Oh, this is a hard one.
I have a second place in mind as well, but what do you think would be first and second? Do you have any ideas? What deserves what?
I have to make this easy on myself. I have to get rid of the stuff that I don't think are gonna win. I don't. Well, your card's not gonna win, obviously. Not Jesus, because we already mentioned what the problems are with that. Sinister Emissary unfortunately gets out. Same goes for Forgotten Herald. I'm still pushing a bit for Chthonian. Ancient Marvas is not bad for sure. I just think it needs a tweaking, as you said.
Well, someone's speaking Spanish at me in the chat. I don't understand.
They told you that they're gonna make a banner out of you. So,
But you speak Spanish as well? God,
no, I don't.
We're so lazy in England. We don't learn any languages.
No, I don't. But Banner of the Order, not this time, Zermal. I'm very sorry. It's a little bit too weak, as we agreed. Trucidor, talvanic, again, pretty cool, but I think we agreed that no, right? What about Symbol of the Angels?
No, because that's just it seems very specific and strange in the arts.
We keep funny, the Khan. We, I believe, agreed that no Banner of Ruin. Keep the Pox. The Emperor's Children one has to go. Azzie can stay. And we get rid of the Thousand Suns.
I like Amsu's I like the troop personally, but yeah, the Warlord is a mess.
Yeah, so. I like this a lot. I just think it needs more love, but we can leave it for now. Well, Grim Parade, we already mentioned. Why not? Okay, so we called it that. Oh wait, I forgot the Knight. Yeah. And what did you think about the Knight again? Remind me.
I like the card, but it doesn't feel like a banner card. So
execute.
Yeah, I wouldn't give it a place in this one. It's not a bad card. That's the thing. It's well formatted. It's fine. I just don't see the flavor.
And we agreed that I think we agreed that Irregular is, even though it's really cool, probably not. Or does it stay?
It might be in contention for third or something, or second.
Let's keep it.
Like it's definitely not a first place because it.
Okay, so we culled it a little bit, so now we can actually talk.
Yeah, sure. I mean, for me at least, I think it's Vexilus Praetor for first place. It's just head and shoulders above the rest. Perfectly formatted, like flavor's good. Nothing wrong with it. Balance is fine.
Oh, Lunari actually makes a good point on my Thousand Suns deck. I agree absolutely. It's just that it's unrealistic for that to ever happen. Unless, of
Well, also,
course, yeah. Sorry, go on.
well, I was going to say focuses are one-time rally effects. You can't like loop them infinitely or anything. So,
Ah, I think number one should either go to Vexilus,
hmm
to the Khan, or maybe Jeraddon.
that's the thing. See, out of those three, it seems obvious because the Banner of the Khan, like I get it, but I like it and I think it's well balanced for what it is. But again, the effect is somewhat toxic and potentially dangerous. And Jeraddon is just very basic. It's not. I
So,
don't
you
see it.
think it's Vexilus then?
Personally, yeah. The other two are both good. They're definitely in contention for second or third, but I think it's Vexillus personally.
Yeah, I think I could agree. This one is like just very good, simple, nice design. No errors in formatting, right?
Not that I detected on my first look through, but I can have another look just see.
He's gonna find something, guys. Just watch.
No, there's nothing. They even put exemplar in, which isn't in the default captured forge. So
Tortier, hi Ecclesiarch. Do you know when Ruinstorm gets reworked or released? My friends, I think I got bad news.
Fucked.
I think I got bad news.
No shitty demon faction for you. They're going bye.
Yeah, they're actually, I think, putting them into Legacy, unfortunately, and they're real. I think they're gonna replace them with. I think they're replacing them with the Shattered Legions. So.
Yeah. This is the thing, Tier. They're going away. There will be a new faction called Shattered Legions replacing them on the Loyalist side. But I think they're going to do a whole crate of 4 unique god factions and demons for the next one, hopefully. So, yeah. I reckon you might be enjoying yourself even more in a few months' time when they actually get to that.
Yeah, there might be something going on after that. Yeah, I'd say we agree for Vexillus Praetor. As for number 2,
hang on, I think someone detected an error. So hang on, is it actually custodian in game or is it custodes?
Oh, it should be custodian, I think. Yeah,
should it? Hang on, I'm just checking that now. Oh god, I got out. Yeah, no, they are correct. I just checked it. Oh, I got out policed by the chat. Oh no. Oh, the shame. The shame. No, Raz, you are correct. Khan's Banner is potentially quite toxic, but it's 5 energy. And again, like stall effects like that do have a place in the game for control decks and that sort of thing. So, like, not everything needs to be exclusively just like, aggro, face bashing, rushing against each other and seeing who can do it most efficiently. Sometimes counterplay like this is acceptable. You just need to make sure it's not too cheap. And
Shad, you're gonna get arrested.
Yeah, no, take me away, boys. It's over.
Number 2.
There's a lot of good choices in 2, isn't there?
I would push for Chthonian tenacity, either as his banner carrier or the Khan, maybe. I like the icon of Pox, but I also think
it's not a banner. Where's the banner? I don't get it.
I mean, on top of that, it's pretty toxic as well. So
I don't know if I agree with that. It's not actually that easy to get healing in Death Guard.
I mean, you could play Vios.
Yes, but then you get that, you activate Vios. That's a 5 energy turn. You can get a 3/5 with frontline. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great. Yes, it has the potential to grow further, but So it actually requires a bit of effort to get anywhere with it.
I think we're gonna put this to vote, but what do you think, Shad?
For second place, I personally would probably go with Banner of the Khan, I think.
Let's see what the people say.
Or maybe Irregulars. I do like Irregulars as well.
Irregulars is pretty cool. I just have my issue with Irregulars is that it's a little bit too weak, but I'm gonna put him there actually.
Well, I mean, even ignoring the ability being messy, you are still getting like minimum 1 card out of it from drawing, and it's probably going to be 2, maybe 3. So it's not a bad draw card. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm putting Banner, Irregulars, Azzie's card. What else do we vote?
I like Amsu. I think that
Okay,
should be in
sure.
contention.
Okay, let's put these four for now. Are we
Sure.
missing anything? I mean,
No,
Cthonian.
I don't think so.
Cthonian, I think maybe for 3 more. Okay. All right, guys, vote away.
It's gonna be Azzie's card now, just to piss me off, isn't it?
I mean, for once. It's between Azzie and Irregulars, basically.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, Azzie's winning for now. Amsu also got a vote. Come on, guys, you're like 14 in the chat. Do something. Stop fence sitting.
We need to get Azzie in the video for Legacy Threat when we get to Alpha Legion.
Oh, that's actually 100%. We definitely got to do that. There's no way he's not. And we gotta get Cross for Dark Angels and Zermal for Defenders of Caliban.
I wonder, because we're doing about 1 a week at the moment, aren't we? They probably won't have gotten to that point by the time we get through the entire faction list, will they? Alpha Legion at least already there. Maybe Blood Angels.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty close. Yeah, I think... Wait. It's very close. Well, guys, anything else, or shall we finish?
Looks like it's Azzie's then, yeah. And to be fair, it is a cool card.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is great. Yeah, the name is a bit of a troll, but...
It's a bit pushed as well, mechanically.
But otherwise, yeah, congratulations to Azzie. You have finally defeated Chad. Azzie, just make sure to message me your in-game name, exactly how it's written with uppercase and lowercase and so on, somewhere, so that, you know, I can send for the prize. Now, Irregulars, Amsu, the Khan, and what else do we add? I think the one that I want to add is either Pox or Chthonian Tenacity.
Yeah, I'd say Tenacity then, because like I do
Same.
really like Pox, but it doesn't feel like a banner card in any way.
Okay, guys, decide for the 3rd place then. Irregular, oh, nice Butterfingers Teach. Okay, so. Hey, Seer, what's going on, my friend?
Sorry, Lunaria. Maybe some other time. It's a cool card. I guess it depends what the next tournament will be. Maybe they can resubmit some kind of similar idea. Well, next one's a mechanical challenge, isn't it? You have any ideas for that, Teach?
Not yet, but...
I have an idea, but we'll discuss it, see if there's some other ones that come up.
Ooh, Tenacity is winning, I believe.
Damn, chat's just sticking it to me today.
What's your step? Tactics 6 energy. For the rest of the game, when your opponent draws a trap, put the trap in their deck. 3rd from the top. Ooh.
I suppose at least it would be predictable.
I like the name, though.
Yeah.
Look at,
is that everyone in the chat? No, there's like 20 people watching. Okay,
look at that vote. Look at that vote. Balanced as all things should be, guys. Do we give like a reward to everybody, or how does this work?
You'd have to sweet talk EG to give them that.
Yeah. Imagine trying to explain that.
Come on, stop gooning. Someone take us off your second monitor and put a vote in.
Oh my god. Somebody...
Hey, is that enough? Still like 10 people watching that haven't voted, though.
I'm giving you guys 1 more minute.
Nah, right now it's the Khan's leading.
Then I guess it is the Khan.
Yep, works for me. To be honest, I think that's the one I would have chosen out of those 4, so that's fair.
Oh, it was pretty close. I liked Banner a little bit more, to be honest, the Cthonian one, but I mean, they did vote the Khan, so it is the Khan. Guys, thanks again for joining in. We're gonna post a new tournament. Everybody's booing. Okay. Oh my god. So we're gonna be posting the new tournament like in a couple of minutes probably, or maybe maximum tomorrow morning. And stay in touch. We'll be doing some more legacy thread as well and other things. So have a great day.